And the Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's low. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in down the sideline. All kinds of room to the right. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Hardy. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves... to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. Was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Gore. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and it reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run. It always has been. It always will be. That's what the Ducks hang their hat on, making those explosive plays down the field when the defense slips up and loses a little bit of eye discipline.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
right, absolutely slide. Don't take the extra punishment. Just give up on the play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. You ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the ground, it's Hardy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Using his feet to buy time. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense getting him to the ground for no gain.
The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half. You can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Tight end now in motion. Finding an escape route. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there, running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's got him in the flat. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, and not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Going up top again. Wideout trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And some room to work. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And Just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Handoff to the fullback. The Ducks will move the sticks.
And coaches have their scripts and their play sheets, and they have 4th and short. You know, when you get in these situations, they have plays that they're confident in. Called one here. Great job executing right near midfield.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Finds his man. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. And the Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Throwing right. He's got an open man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for this guy.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Scrambling away. On the run, fires downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Hamilton.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Escapes trouble. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Floating away. He's going to take off. Oh, what a cut! Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Dampier. He'll take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him bet.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting.
Oh, he's got some space. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they've got one that has them set up for intercepted. The defense has set him up. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Buying some time as he moves left. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the two-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long from end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get them to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Gore. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Coming out with it, it's Ivy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
showing the arm straight down the left side.
And what really made that corner route work was the receiver not telegraphing where he was going. He kept his eyes down the field. So the DB in man coverage didn't know if he was breaking inside, if he was going to continue running straight, maybe going to the post, maybe turning around for a curl. It was the corner route, though, and as a result, they pick up a big chunk of yards.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
Back to throw, it's Gore. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, going up top. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on third down.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He wants to change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Gore. Quick completion on the out route. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. And the Nittany Lions have it with a first and goal. Now on the move.
Tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. They want to throw it. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The Ducks want to crank the tempo. On 30 short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy steps. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He might want another play. They'll go to the toss. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. The Nittany Lions get enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hamilton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Gore. Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
The Nittany Lions need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're going to run it to the right. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Gore. Pressure coming. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go once. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Running to Green. Makes his man miss. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Gore. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 down. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got room to work. To the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 19 to Northern Illinois. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the air, it's Gore. Under fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Release to the back. He's got him this time. Lots of room to run. Slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter. Got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. First play of the drive wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got him, and nobody's close. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today, dominating in all three phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. He'll try it again. The Ducks get it past the sticks.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Oregon.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody